welcome you to downtown Houston. I'm at Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, you think of the dream, Hakeem Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Yao Ming. Yes, things are bigger in Texas.
And I tell you, Ed, the energy in this building is scintillating. The Red Rowdies are out, and they're about to make a difference.
And they're ready for liftoff right now from Toyota Center. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
To Jokic. A shot rejected by Capella.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Anthony. Inside, he scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Millsap. That's blocked by Capella.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Porter. Scores from the post.
Yeah, if I'm the teammate of that guy that just got scored on, I'm telling him on my way back down the floor, look, I appreciate you being there, but I need you to really be there. I need you to be more engaged and give more effort on the defensive end. That's the only way we're going to win this game.
Harden to Capella. With a drop step. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Denver ball right now. And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Number 3, Chris Paul. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Oh, and we have a 5-second violation. Paul to Anthony. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Why are you even guarding a bad shooter that close in the first place? This is psychological warfare. Leave him open. Make him think about it before he shoots it.
Defense, let's go.
For 3, textbook defense. Anthony to P.J. Tucker. Anthony. Add 2 points to the board. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
To Porter. Oh, Capella up to block it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Anthony to Capella. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Murray with it. 10-2 the score. Here's a chance from long range. Tucker goes to the left side. Defense making the ball handler work. Anthony to Harden. Trying to cash in, count the basket. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions.
Thomas gets a shot up off the mark.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
Paul.
1 minute remaining in the
Able to convert inside.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Driving is Thomas, but a shot no good. Tucker to Paul. Lets it fly from long range. And Chris Paul, quick catch and shoot there. 4-3. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
The assist from number 0, Isaiah Thomas.
And now Houston has the basketball. Nene fires the 3 and a putback slam.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Thomas with the basketball. 14-point deficit. Here comes the screen. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. So the Rockets with the lead after 1 at Toyota Center. We're back with more after this. You're watching a Saturday matinee edition of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Thomas into the front court, trailing by 14. On the shot clock to Porter. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Well, the one thing you don't have to worry about with Michael Porter Jr. is him lacking confidence. Before the NBA draft, he called himself a mix between Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Tracy McGrady. Big shoes to fill.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Nene. Five seconds to shoot. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
When miracles happen, you accept it and you're thankful. But you don't expect it all the time.
Thomas. Can't connect. It's no good. Paul across the timeline. We're a minute into the second quarter. They work it to Capella. Down low. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Paul. Rejected by Plumlee.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Thomas across the timeline. His guys currently down by 13. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stare, point, or yell at each other for miscommunication.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Capella. Count the basket inside.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Count it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Harden. To P.J. Tucker. Jumper's good.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. To Jokic. Barton. To Jokic. No good and no foul.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
Murray into the front court. His guys trail by 13. Oh, a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. First foul in the last.
Jokic. That's how you defend.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Tucker. And Jay, they call the foul.
A simple touch foul.
Carmelo Anthony, that's his first personal foul.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Houston with the basketball. Harden. To P.J. Tucker. That one out of bounds off a rocket. Murray into the front court, trailing by 11. To Jokic. To Millsap. Beyond the arc for 3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Runner here won't go down. To Will Barton. Slam dunk Will Barton.
Yeah, I know Will Barton got some votes for 6th man of the year, and he finished 4th in all the balloting. But last year, his stock was at an all-time high, and he posted career best numbers across the board at 27 years old. It's good to see him play in the NBA the same way he played in the streets of Baltimore growing up.
Nuggets with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jokic. Goes to the right side. Millsap. Not that time. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
For the Houston Rockets.
And he connects on the first free throw. beats them both.
There you go. Good shot, baby.
First half in the books. It's been all Rockets. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Denver's got it. Jamal Murray not getting the bounce.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To number 13, James Harden.
Murray with the basketball. His guys down 11. Jamal Murray. Paul up to block the shot. That one out of bounds off a Rocket. Jokic. From the painted area, won't go down. Follows his own shot with that one. Nice follow-up. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
The drive, right to the basket.
Oh, yeah, it's easy buckets, easy buckets, easy bucket.
Paul to Capella. It's blocked by Millsap.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Anthony, shot by Carmelo, no good.
And when you miss so many chippies right around the rim, you look at their points in the paint production. First half, they were great. Second half, not so much.
Here's Harden with the rock.
I got him. I got Paul. That's me.
To P.J. Tucker. Baseline drive. Tucker. To Anthony. Nuggets have it. 2 points, Michael Porter Jr.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Oh, he got a piece of it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Murray with it. The deficit now up to 5. Inside, he scores.
Man, why do I feel like Canadians are really taking over the NBA? Kitchener's finest, Jamal Murray, is really coming into his own as a player. There was so much confusion his first year. Am I a 1? Am I a 2? And now I see a kid who is just Jamal Murray. He doesn't care what position he is. But when the ball is in his hands, there's no doubt about it. He is built for the big-time moments. And he's a scorer, an elite scorer, that can make everybody else around him better.
Knocks down the first. 2 for 2 on that trip. Nuggets have the possession. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket to Millsap. And stuffs it home.
And I hear people talk about some of the great second-round picks in recent years. You hear names like Draymond Green, Isaiah Thomas, Malcolm Brogdon, and Jokic has to be right there. The 40th overall pick is putting in work like this. That's impressive.
Passed it off. He gets it.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Paul to Harden.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the Harden rule, for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
It's Denver's ball. Here comes the screen. Thomas. Down low, Plumlee. Shot from the lane, won't go. Carter Williams with it up top. He'll run the offense. Carter Williams to Capella. Pass there, taken away by Denver. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Paul into the front court. Leads just a point. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Screen coming.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4 to P.J. Tucker from long range. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Paul. Short jumper misses. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Here comes the screen. Thomas. To Will Barton. Down low, Plumlee. Shot by Plumlee, no good. Houston takes over. Carter Williams. Has a look. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Rockets with the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Paul into the front court. Up by 3. Here's CP3. Shot by Paul won't go. Now whistle. Timeout for Denver as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game.
Visit our team website for the latest news, videos, interviews, and features. You can get all that and more, including the opportunity to attend a post-game press conference. Visit the website for your chance to win.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Nuggets have the possession.
Subbing in for the Nuggets, number 27, Jamal Murray.
To Jokic. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance? Yes. When this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Paul to Harden. Harden with a shot, won't go. Murray into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And the finish at the rim.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of this game. Rockets in control of the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
To Millsap. Denver with 4 to shoot. It's a big finish.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Now Paul with the basketball. His guy's down 3. Paul, the drive, right to the basket to P.J. Tucker. Nothing going here on that drive. On the basket, but a shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player a short arm shot.
To Jokic. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Curling inside. Blocked away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Martin into the front court. Leads 5. Won't go down. To Anthony. Won't go. Over and back. To Will Barton. Millsap to Jokic. Ah, the monster stuff.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Nothing going here on that drive. Cash is in for 2.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Denver ball right now. A pass taken away by the Rockets. To Anthony. Paul. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Harden in possession. The margin standing now at 7. They get it down to Paul. That one out of bounds off a Rocket.
Get busy.
Murray into the front court. Lead stands at 7. To Jokic. Turns and slams it down. Man, that was sweet.
It's all about that first step, and it's all about angles. Look at the way he got his shoulders through the angle of the defender. That first step was great, but those shoulders getting through, that was a difference.
Harden to Anthony. Slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Anthony. Harden. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Knocked loose. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
It's the Nuggets who come away victorious. Run. Red hot to start the season. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, Log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone. Good evening from Toronto. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Grizzlies have long departed Van. Let's do it. Lowry to Leonard. No good. Defense catching a break there.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup there.
And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Leonard to Danny Green. Lets it fly from long range. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Great pass to set it up. Harden. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Valanciunas. Leonard. Shot by Leonard won't go.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Paul. Shot by Paul. No good.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Inside, he scores. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on.
Paul into the front court. Now down 6. To Capella.
Gotta shoot that. Gotta shoot that.
Harden. To Paul. Second effort. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Danny Green to Lowry. Fires the three. He made his first effort, but not that time. Paul with it up top. Down 4. Anthony. Not going down here. To Leonard. The shot by Lowry misses. Paul into the front court. Trailing by 4. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
So Lowry. Nice finish at the rim.
Look, no one was more disappointed in how the 18 season ended than Kyle Lowry. I'm sure he's been playing those games over and over in his mind like a bad nightmare. I would be shocked if we don't see a bigger edge and a bigger chip on his shoulder, because the reality is they need to start finding some answers in the 6 and quick.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Paul knocks it down. That was a tough shot. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Sheer strength to slam it down. He ran right through the gauntlet. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Here's a chance from long range. To Leonard. Easy path to the rim.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Houston takes over.
Defense, let's go.
Paul. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
The assist from number 3,
Denied by Monroe.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Now a 3 at the buzzer. Three-pointer at the buzzer, almost. It would have counted, but it's no good. And that does it for the first quarter. We played one at Air Canada Center with the Raptors leading the way. Jay and I back to Toronto after this. You're tuned into the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Paul to P.J. Tucker. That pass taken away by Toronto.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Kawhi Leonard in his own world. Nobody near him. He sinks it for 3.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Nene to P.J. Tucker. Gordon shot misses. Valanciunas to Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
To Leonard. Rockets have the steal. To P.J. Tucker. Paul. And he buries it. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Paul. Tough shot. He hits. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Curling inside. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First try, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. To Leonard. To Lowry. Kawhi Leonard. Shot for Leonard, no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Lowry, that's how you defend. Gordon with it. Down 6. Harden shoots. Knocked away. Was it coming down? Yes, it was. Goaltending. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 14, Danny Green.
To Ibaka. Danny Green to Ibaka. Ibaka, shot no good. Harden with it up top. He'll run the offense. And finishes strong. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
One of the best-kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Lowry to Danny Green. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
Lowry's been an all-star 4 straight years, but I got a real question. Who is Kyle Lowry? Right now, it seems like a serviceable guard. In order for Kyle Lowry to be the guy that Kyle Lowry knows he can be, it's time to take that game to another level, my man.
And he hits.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Harden. Has a chance. Harden shot, no good. To Leonard. Lowry. Leonard. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Valanciunas with the denial.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to Capella. All right, Ibaka up to block the shot.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Here's Leonard for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go. Time expires to end the first half. The Raptors in front. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third.
Traps.
Paul to Capella. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Leonard. Short jumper off the mark.
This team is collectively feeding off their negative energy so far in the second half. Everybody is mad. Everybody is frustrated. Nobody's decided to take the torch and say, hey, look, follow my lead.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Paul buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
I got your help. We got your help.
Leonard to Ibaka. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force a defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Leonard to Danny Green. Oh, had him going there for a second. Danny Green to Ibaka. Works it. Leonard. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
To Paul.
Cutter, tag.
Beyond the arc for 3. Valanciunas with the rebound. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Paul. Harden. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy. Sometimes it looks like he's not locked in, but think otherwise.
Let's be honest. Sometimes he is not locked in when the ball isn't in his hands. But do you need James Harden to be locked in 100% of the time? No, you need him to be locked in 95% when he has the ball in his hands. That's when something spectacular is going to happen offensively for your team.
I'm here.
Big finish. Full head of steam that time.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Harden to Capella. From the painted area, won't go down. Leonard. Well, he couldn't get it to go. It's Rockets ball. Anthony to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden trying to take it to the basket, but a shot stays out. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Anthony. Knocks it down from mid-range. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Harden, another chance. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it. To Leonard. From long range. Won't go down. It's good. Not necessarily his comfort zone. They dared him. He scores. Lowry to Monroe. And the rebound comes down to the Rockets. Gordon with it. His guys trail by 10. Nene with the dunk.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. Third quarter comes to an end. The Raptors have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Monroe. Leonard. Well defended.
Shoot or shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Danny Green. Fires the 3, and that's rebounded by Houston. And finishes strong.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are 2 different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Inside, he scores.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First one, count it. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Lowry into the front court. Up 5. Lowry to Ibaka. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
Serge Ibaka has such a good jump shot for somebody 6'10", but every time I hear his name, I just can't help but think about what would have been in OKC.
Valanciunas to Lowry. To Leonard. Lowry. Not that time. The follow won't go either. Harden in possession. The margin standing now at 7. To Harden.
Shoot that, boy.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the Harden rule for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Fred VanVleet. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Houston with the basketball. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Over to the right side. Nothing going here on that drive. Goes to the left side. For 3. That won't go. Lowry into the front court. His team up by 7. And the Rockets clear the board. Harden in possession. They trail by 7. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
4-3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Paul. Count the bucket for 2.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Leonard gets it in the right corner. Lets it fly from long range. VanVleet denied. Have to like the defense. Tucker to Anthony. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Valanciunas fires the 3, and Kyle Lowry. Muscle memory put to good use there.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
To Harden. Paul. And he hits.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Leonard to VanVleet. Here's a chance from long range. Fred VanVleet locked in on that one.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. That one out of bounds off a Rocket. Lowry, count the triple.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Harden, it's no good. Shots not going down.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Rockets have the ball. Anthony. And he knocks it down, Jay.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His team on top by 8. Great defense, forcing the miss. Paul to Capella. Anthony buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Harden. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And now Houston has the basketball. Paul had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Straight on three, at the buzzer. It's the Raptors with the victory. They continue their unbeaten run, red hot to start the season. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.